Hey guys, welcome back to Fairy Wisdom. I'm here to help you create a happy, healthy, and wealthy life. Thank you so much for being here, for all the likes, shares, and subscribes. Everyone who is booking personal readings, sending in those donations, and scheduling those live coaching sessions with me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And yeah, so let us just dive right in. I don't really have any general announcements as of right now, but we will get I'm hearing two piles to choose from. It's a busy weekend. Usually I don't do collective readings on the weekends, but I'm feeling like with a little bit of time I have right now during this very moment, I think I am going to do one. So one pile and one more, please. Two piles. Perfect. Ooh, with the devil on the bottom of the deck. Okay. Capricorn may be significant to you guys, but I feel like the devil may be looming. Okay, the devil may be around, those devilish energies, right? I'm hearing get under your skin right now. Try to get under your skin, distract you, pull you off track, things of that nature. Okay, just make sure you're staying grounded and using your discernment. But something about there's two levels to this. Okay. Right underneath that is a 7 of Wands. So, creating boundaries against this energy, making sure that you are, any temptations you're creating boundaries against and things like that. But yeah, all right. So, pile 1 is the Ace of Swords and pile 2 is the 10 of Cups. These are great cards to choose from. So I do feel very much so that things are going positively in your life. Things are really kind of moving in a great direction for everyone in the collective, whether it be small movements, big movements, anything like that. But again, just when things are changing, right? New levels, new devils, okay? So, we are in Capricorn season, I'm pretty sure. Yes, we are. So maybe that's significant. Maybe it's just about being in Capricorn season, right? Jesus was a Capricorn, so maybe take that in consideration. That may mean something to you. Yeah, any of those messages may or trigger something within you or something of that nature, okay? Pile 1. If you chose this Ace of Swords here, okay, so I feel like when I'm going back to talking about how Jesus is a Capricorn and how, I think I've discussed my beliefs on the fact that, I feel like as Jesus was a child of God, we are all children of God and we all possess those same gifts that Jesus, possessed, but he came to earth without all of the clouded wisdom, right? It was he was very connected. He already had obtained his wisdom. He was very, tapped in and very aware. And sorry, I was just looking at something that was very odd. And my feelings about how, Jesus died for our sins and how, as light workers or just as a collective consciousness, those who are going through this awakening are kind of, going through this death of the ego and rebirth here, kind of in the same light as Jesus went through his physical death. I feel like maybe some of us are really coming to life during this Capricorn season, right? Jesus is a Capricorn. He was born during this time, during this season. So maybe some of us are really kind of going through this real rebirth right now, okay? The phase could have started right around Christmas time, right? When Jesus was born, right? That is his birthday. That is what Christmas is all about. So I think that some of you guys may be really going through a real rebirth right now, right? The 2021 was all about the death of the ego, death of things, death of people, death of, not physical death, but just exiting, right? And now we're stepping into, and this Capricorn season is kind of a shift where it's our rebirth, right? Aces are always new beginnings, right? And now you have the keys. Now you have the keys to Jerusalem. Now you have the knowledge that you need, right? Notice that the keyhole is right up here with the, in the crown chakra, in the dome space, right? Where you're receiving downloads, where your knowledge is, where your wisdom is held, okay? Notice that the jacket is like a bunch of stars and stuff like that. So the idea of an infinite being, right? And that is resonating within your heart space and your solar and your sacral chakras, right? So it's like you are, resonating as an infinite being, holding all the knowledge, holding the keys to Jerusalem. Like this is your rebirth. This is your Ace of Swords, right? There may be a lot of communication going on, right? And it doesn't have to be physical communication. You could be receiving a lot of actual downloads during this time. That's going to kind of lead you forward here, all right? But yeah, so let's dive in here. Wow, pile one, that was a lot. That was a lot. Yeah, sweetie.
Can I put this somewhere? I don't want it in my room. This one.
Sure, sweetie. You can just hold on to it until I get done with this, and I'll store it with the rest of the canvases. Also, there's one that I think you might want to hang up in your room. It's mushrooms that I have.
It's what?
We'll talk about it when I'm done.
Okay.
But yeah, just keep that in your room for just a minute.
Okay, kind of scared.
I love that picture. Anyway, sorry. All right, pile one. Messages for pile one, please. Yep. Pile one, I feel like you are really working on discipline, right? Discipline is a huge piece of moving forward in this new rebirth, in this new life cycle, okay? Because I feel very deeply that all things are good or are okay in moderation, right? As long as we're not overindulging. And so it's all about disciplining yourself and not becoming codependent on anything, okay? If maybe, and just for example, right? Say you want to go out and have a drink, that's okay if if you want to do that like once or twice a month, right? And let loose, right? But if you are somebody who is easily, addicted to things, right? It's all about discipline on, okay, so I'm going to go out and have a drink this night, but then the next night, if there's something that is triggering me, right? That temptation to, well, I had a drink last night and it was okay, right? I feel okay today. Maybe I should just have a drink again, today. That, making sure that you are maintaining that discipline and being like, well, no, I had a drink last night. I think I'll wait a couple weeks. And once you are telling these temptations, once you are telling yourself, right, when that temptation pops up in your brain and you can just be like, God, take that from me. Like, I don't want that. That's not serving me right now in this moment. It's gone. Like, so once it's all about training your brain and redirecting your thoughts, right? If you have a temptation to, or discipline in your daily routine, okay? So, if you're especially if you're working from home and or you're running your own business or things of that nature. It's just all about making sure that you are self-motivated and driving yourself to keep going, right? All sorts of things can apply to the discipline, right? But just understanding and knowing that, like, whatever I set my mind to, I can absolutely accomplish it. It's just about repetition in that discipline, right? I feel like you're really kind of going through this understanding. I feel like God is teaching you discipline at this time right now, pile one. And that's where you're kind of realizing the keys to the discipline, realizing that, you're just, it's like you have this key ring, right? I'm seeing a key ring, and you start out with like maybe 3 keys, and you just keep obtaining more keys. And that's during this time, during this rebirth, because you're gaining more access to all these different wisdoms and knowledge and movement and downloads and things of that nature. So I feel like you're being taught, and you're really kind of motivated in this self-discipline thing right now. Very cool, pile one. I do feel like fear is looming a little bit, pile one, but like it's again, that's kind of like with the temptation, right? That's kind of like, this is the devil's season, right? So are you going to, it's like an oxymoron. I don't know if that's the right thing to say, oxymoron, but it's like, Jesus was born during the devil's season. What does that even mean? Like, that's kind of mind-blowing a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and not all Capricorns are the devil, right? Not all, it's just the devil is represented, the Capricorn is represented by that, right? That doesn't mean all Capricorns are bad, right? It's just, that's just kind of, they coincide. And so there's something about that is resonant for you, pile one, as far as the fear goes, and trying to linger, like the fear is trying to linger, is trying to hold on. I don't know, was that really confusing? That was kind of confusing for me. Again, I'm just channeling, so I messages for pile one, please, fairies. Whew. So we got pedestal and we got painting poppies. Okay. So I feel like, it's like with this painting poppies, it's like your masterpiece. There's some sort of masterpiece. There's some sort of something that you've been working on, that you've been growing, that you've been developing. It's like you're almost finished with this, right? And it's time to move on to the next one, it feels like. Whatever that means for you, I'm not sure what this masterpiece is, whether it be, maybe it is your discipline, maybe it is your self-love, maybe it is a routine, maybe that masterpiece can be anything to you, okay? But I do feel like you have really kind of put yourself up on this pedestal here, okay, in a good way. This isn't a bad way. It's a good way. For some of you, you have kind of put yourself up on this pedestal to like keep you away from other people. And I think that it's kind of, excuse the commercial. Also, I don't own rights to any of this music, okay? But I feel like it's almost like there's like this like guarding against other people, but I think that you are learning that maybe it's time to like step down a little bit and get back in the mix, because how else are you going to, it's almost like not being afraid of other people attacking you, right? Because once you figure out, there's like this stage that I think that we all go through of learning that not everyone is in our highest good, and that some people are actually intentionally not serving you, right? And also, for some of you, somebody has you on a pedestal. Somebody has you on a very high pedestal. They kind of look up to you here, all right? Or a lot of people do, okay? So that, and there's something about making sure that you're staying disciplined and kind of fully representing, like maintaining the things that you're, advising these people or telling these people, or, it's like integrity, right? It's like maintaining what you're expressing to the people that are looking up to you in your own life, okay? That is a key element here. But anyway, sorry, back to allowing yourself to, it's like understanding healthy boundaries and making sure you're maintaining healthy boundaries and creating healthy relationships, but not being afraid to create new relationships, and understanding that not everyone is out to get you, and something called discernment, and being able to use your own discernment to understand and realize and recognize those that are for your highest good and those that are not, right? Like, I also feel like there's something about learning something new. You may be learning something new here coming up in these few days or something like that. I don't know. No. Also, pile one, there is also this like recognition or realization, or just really kind of owning, if you have children, you're like owning that and recognizing the fact that they're constantly watching and constantly listening, and and that your children, up until a certain age, they will always have you on a high pedestal. And it's like, because kids are always like, no matter what you do, until they're a certain age, when they really start thinking for themselves, mom and dad are always the best, right? And so it's like recognizing that you're an example for them, like you're leading the way, and you want them to have good direction themselves, right? I just feel like there's a lot of communication right now, a lot of some of it's written, some of it's a lot of balancing going on. Maybe some finances, some financial blessings coming in here for you, in particular, maybe like 3 or something. balance between the masculine and the feminine, but definitely a lot of downloads, a lot of perception changes, some automatic writing. Yeah, there's some surprises coming towards you here, pile one, definitely. Financial and communication, like whether it be physical communication or actual like spiritual communication between downloads and things like that. Yeah, we've got 2 7s here, so 7 7. That's like a lucky time. Yeah. You may be getting a lot of communication in your dreams as well. Messages for pile one, please. There's also this energy of like, there's some sort of like boost in confidence when you're really like beauty. Outer beauty is not everything, but I think that maybe like pile one, you're kind of stepping up your game as far as taking care of your physical appearance, because it's like a boost in your confidence, right? Yeah, we've got blessings coming in here, definitely. There's some sort of new adventure coming towards you, okay? And I think that's part of this rebirth. There may be some sort of collaboration, but I feel like it's a very productive, you're stepping into a very productive time, whatever that looks like for you. But I think, you know, there's a lot of abundance that you're attracting. Again, I'm saying attracting because you're not chasing it. You're attracting it, pile one. That's one of these keys, right? On this chain that you have received, on this, you know, that you have figured out how to attract the abundance rather than chase it, right? You figured out how to attract what is meant for you rather than chasing things, okay? Yeah, you're stepping into a very, very abundant and happy, beautiful, beautiful phase in your life. And it all stems from discipline. It's the very first card that was laid out here. And I feel like, you know, this could be like a new home. It could be a new lease. It could be a new car. It could be, you know, there's whatever blessings you've been hoping and praying for, they're coming towards you. Okay, some of it's just financial blessings, some of it's, you know, like just money, some of it's, you know, blessings are not all material things, right? It could be actually the will and the drive and the integrity to maintain this discipline, which is going to then attract more blessings, right? It's whatever resonates for you. This is a general reading, okay? But there is some of you may actually be like traveling here soon, like traveling like far distances, okay? There may be some sort of opportunity that's coming towards you that may require some traveling. That's exciting. Look forward to that. But this energy that you're in is definitely Empress energy, okay? And I cut the deck here on the Emperor, so again, very balanced in your masculine and your feminine energy here. Messages for pile one, please. Also, I'm really drawn to like this, the Three of Crystals here, which is like the Three of Pentacles, is represented by the bee, okay? And we all know that bees are kind of going extinct, or, you know, there's a potential for that. Some of you may be beekeepers, but you know, bees are like incredible, and they're like majestic and like can't be, I mean, their wings are so thin, and so for them to like hold their heavy body is like a whole mystery to the scientific world, right? So I feel like this is like, you are like a bumblebee, right? Like you are like a mystery to the scientific world, right? To society, it's like, how in the world? And that is where you are like, people have you put on a pedestal, and you're like, you know, they're looking up to you because you are like the bumblebee to society. It's like, how is this person actually flying when their wings are so thin? And so, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I hope you understand what I mean. When I looked up, it was like 2552. When I see numbers like that, I always think about mirrors, like the mirror effect. So there is a counterpart here, okay, that is definitely mirroring you. There's somebody that's mirroring you. Tell me about this Nine of Pentacles in the world. Two of Cups. Okay, so I'm hearing like some of you are like doubting that you're going to find somebody that really resonates with you and that really kind of is like you, right? Because if you have this whole key ring of like keys to the universe and tricks of the trade and, you know, ways to, you know, like you clearly are broken free from the matrix, pile one. And so you know, it is not common right now during this time to find somebody else who is broken free from the matrix. And so I feel like that mirroring thing is to tell you like there is somebody out there for you that is mirroring you, and it's just a matter of time before you, I'm hearing, like stumble upon each other. Okay, so that is going to happen. Don't worry, okay? But yeah, I feel like there is this like energy of okay. Okay, so you are like taking leaps and bounds in this, like in these shifts that are going on within you, and you're literally, I mean, like it's like huge leaps of faith. All right, like it's like walking in the moonlight, right, in the middle of the forest. You're definitely moving on from like a lack mentality and really embracing this Empress attracting energy here, okay? And that's an internal belief, right? That's not like, yeah, we all go through our phases of karma, and as far as lack and things like that, but you've healed from that. Okay, you have healed from that. And also, I feel like there's also this energy of like understanding that like you're worth success. Like it's okay to want to be successful, and you can be successful, and you deserve to be successful. And so, like, don't be afraid of being successful, pile one, because like you have all the keys. That's what I'm saying. Like, you have all the keys. So start unlocking some doors, right? And if one door, if you walk in one door and you don't like it, okay, that's fine. You have more keys. So leave that door, shut it, lock it, and go to the next one. Don't make yourself feel stuck that you're in one door because you walked into it. Remember that you have a whole thing of keys. It's like, you know, whenever you see like a janitor that has the keys to like all the rooms or all the buildings or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's you. Like, you possess all the keys. So don't make yourself feel like you're stuck in one spot, in one room. You know, like, we have the ability to move, even if you want to like move from one room to another at the same time, right? Like, you don't have to feel stuck. I feel like that's within you. That's something that it's almost like you're blocking yourself and making yourself feel stuck because you've put yourself up on this like pedestal, like away from everyone, you know, away, like afraid to step back out into the world and to shine your light. But that is what you need to do. We need you to do that, pile one. Because it's time. Like, you are no longer only the student. You are now the teacher, and whatever that looks like for you. So, you know, because you have accessed this wisdom, you have the keys. You know what I'm saying? And now it's time to teach other people how to obtain their own set of keys. You know? And whatever it is for you. Yeah. So now, you know, we're all always students. Okay, we're all always learning. If you quit learning, then you're going to grow complacent. Okay, but you have graduated and you can now be the teacher. Like, however that looks, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think that's what I have for you, pile one. I think that's the message. So, anyways, thank you so much for being here. And we'll see you next time. Oh, goodness. Pile two. If you chose this Ten of Cups energy, it's time to allow yourself to just be happy. Okay? Like, life is not it's not all about reaching the destination. It's about the journey. And I feel like that's a common thing that people say. But sometimes we need to be reminded of that, because sometimes we are so goal driven that we forget to be happy in the moment, and we forget to enjoy life as it goes. Okay, so I feel like, and there's also a need to like be patient for a relationship. Okay, it's coming. Yours is coming. Okay, make sure that you know. Here's the thing: when this person comes into your life, you're just gonna kind of know who they are. It's like this soul recognition, and things may move a little bit quickly, but don't push it to be that way. Okay, allow it to unfold as it should, but there is a little bit of patience needed. Okay, you know, remember that all of the challenging relationships that you've had before, right? And remember that like things typically, if they start really quickly, they break down just as quickly. So make sure that you're taking your time and yada yada yada. But you know, your person is coming. Don't worry. All right. And also, you know, you're free from all of the relationship karmic debt that maybe you were paying off, right? I feel like we all go through that phase in our life where we're paying off some sort of karmic debt for something, right? And whether it be our own karmic debt or the debt of our ancestors or whatever, I feel like that's what this lifetime is. So, messages for pile 2, please. Yeah. Like, I feel like you're in a very happy time right now, or a time where you could just be very happy and, like, you know, bask in the greatness that is life that you've created, okay? But you're afraid. You're afraid to, like, step into that because of all of the, like, previous cycles that you've gone through where it wasn't so happy, right? You let your guard down and things went to shit, okay? Don't allow that. Don't allow the past to hold you back, okay? Understand that, like, as within, so without. So, like, all the healing and stuff that you've done, like, you're attracting like-minded souls. You're attracting you. So where is your heart at? Right? And there's also like this feeling of like, you know, taking responsibility for your well-being. So, you know, that kind of comes with integrity and, you know, discipline. Okay. So, you know, whatever your energy is, you know, people can send you negative energy all day, every day, but you possess the power to alchemize that energy however you would like to, right? Energy is energy no matter what form it's in. You can use it to your advantage. So it's about owning up to that, recognizing that, and making sure that you have the power to just be happy right here, right now. Right? If somebody's sending you some sort of negative energy, you know, I know that you can feel it, pile 2. So take that energy and turn it into something creative. I was just talking to a client the other day about this. Take that energy and you may be watching this video. It may just be a repetitive message for you. I'm not going to say your name, you know who you are. But take that energy and use it, okay? Make it your stepping stones, because you have the power to do that. Okay? And let go of the need to know how things are going to work out. If you have faith in the Creator at all, then there is no need to know how it's going to work out, because you just know that it's going to. Okay? Be happy. Enjoy life. That's what this earth is for. Right? If you look around on earth, there's an abundance of everything. So why can't you possess an abundance of everything as well? And that just doesn't mean material things. That means like an abundance of happiness and joy and love and grace and honor and humility and integrity and discipline. Like, it's all here. It's all here for you to possess and to own. Make it yours. Recognize that it's right in front of your face. Sometimes it's hard for us to do that because we haven't reached, we aren't where we feel like we should be, but in reality we really are exactly where we're meant to be. And sometimes we just need to be reminded that. So I'm here to remind you, Pile 2, that it is perfectly acceptable to be extremely happy with where you are in life. And once you're in that moment, once you're feeling like you're present in that moment, it's almost like taking steps towards these goals and these ambitions just comes naturally. I feel like you're putting too much pressure on yourself and you're forgetting about living life. And it's because you've been through a lot of challenging times, right? You have. But trust the fact that you have overcome the challenges and you're stepping into a cycle that is, I'm hearing smooth sailing, abundant. I need you to hold on. Heaven is a place not too far away. Yeah, you're creating your own heaven right here on earth. And when people say heaven, they think about, heaven, the place where you go after you die that is magnificently wonderful, and you create whatever you want there. That's what you're doing right here on earth. You're doing it. You're able to do that. And you're doing it. So just embrace it. Don't be afraid of it. I know it's hard because, again, like I said, it's like you've been through such challenging times. But you're past that. The challenges are over. Listen, I did 2 piles, so these messages wouldn't be forever long, and here I am just rambling. I'm not rambling, I'm just... Anyways, messages for pile 2, please. Yeah, it's time to put to rest the past. It's time to put it to rest, okay? You are in a brand new cycle, and it's time to put to rest anything that was tied into that old cycle. So fears and doubt and just, all of that. Anything that was part of the old you, it's time to just put her to rest. Put him to rest, right? It's time. Don't hold on to that. You're keeping yourself stuck in the past. Allow yourself to be right here, right now, in this moment, very happy, enjoying life, creating a new world, right? No matter what that looks like for you. It could still be emotionally for you. It could actually be physically for you. But I feel like 2021 was the death of a lot of things, internally and physically for you. And now, you're becoming you. You're learning you. Who you are, who you want to be, where you want to go, what do you want to do? Just don't forget to allow yourself to be happy and to enjoy life. I feel like I keep saying this because you need to know. You are allowed. I give you permission, pile 2, to be happy and to enjoy your life. Don't question how it's going to work out. Just have faith and know it's going to work out for your highest good. Yes. Yes. Things are changing for you rapidly, and they're going to continue to changing rapidly. I'm hearing some of you are going to start getting way more recognition than you ever have received before, and you deserve it, right? It's like all of the good and positive energies in many different ways, whether it be money energy, attention energy, love energy, all of that is coming back to you in this cycle. So be prepared for it, right? Learn how to accept it and embrace it and understand that you deserve it. Don't feel guilty for it. You should never feel guilty for success. Never. Messages for pile 2, please. Yeah. You've worked very hard for this, right? Look, I've got the 9 of Pentacles here. Security and abundance. Like, you deserve to just feel it's all about training your thoughts, okay? It's all about training your thoughts and understanding that you deserve to be secure and abundant. And you know, and that talks about finances, but I feel like there's a lot of security and abundance coming towards you. There's a lot of balance coming into your life, right? I feel like you're coming, it's almost like coming back to life, right? You've been through a lot of evolution and re-evolution and recharging and soul searching and things like that, and a lot of strategy, but all along you've been very resilient, and it's like you're coming back to life. So don't forget, don't forget to be fucking happy. Like, I'm sorry, pile 2, but that's just what it keeps coming back to. You know? Like, I feel like I'm supposed to tell you this story. So when I was a restaurant manager, I was a restaurant manager for like 10 years or something of my life. And I would go to the restaurant, I set the pace, right? I had high energy. I was a fantastic manager because I worked my butt off. Okay? I led by example. I worked with integrity. Like, you know, it's just, I was really good at it. I was really, really good at it. Okay? And I think about those times and how my energy was during those times. and how happy I was. And sometimes I forget that it's okay, that I can be that happy again. Like, I've gone through this spiritual awakening, and things were so serious for me for a really long time because of this awakening. It's like spirituality for some reason makes you very, very serious for a certain amount of time, because you're realizing the way energy works, and you're realizing, like, wow, there are deities and energies and devilish energies and things like that, and magic is real, and like, it's almost like you want to go back to remembering and thinking that everything is just a fairy tale, and that you want to go back to that ignorant time because you were happy. But it was a blessing to become non-ignorant, okay? And to heal, and to do all those things, right? But you don't have to be so serious all the time. Life is meant to be enjoyed. So yes, during the dark night, things got really serious and really scary and really intense and really painful, and but like you're clearly not in the dark night anymore, right? The sun is shining, the rainbows is out, the rainbow, right? The rain is done. The rain is done. The rainbow is here. So don't be so serious, okay? Enjoy life. Get back to, and I have to remind myself that all the time. I have to re-find that inner child within me and bring her back out, because she is so much fun, and she is such great energy, and it's high energy, and it's fun, and I would never go back to being a restaurant manager, but I'm working on bringing her back, because any of my previous employees will tell you she was the best. But yeah. There may be some sort of opportunity also from the past coming back around, something that you tried to manifest before, but it didn't kind of come through. It was all timing. So there may be something like that coming back around for you. I don't know if you'll take it or not, because you have changed quite a bit, but you might. It might be something, maybe you will do it with conditions, right? And boundaries, right? Okay. Yeah. Something also, I think that inner child message there, embrace your inner child, right? Bring him or her out, because they're the best, and they're the most fun, and they know how to be happy. Right? Children have so much wisdom. Oh my goodness, so much wisdom. And no fear. No fear. Yeah, there is definitely, like, you're blooming right now, okay? Things are aligning for you. Your chakras are opening the fuck up. I feel like your crown chakra is litty. You're surrounded by ancestors and your divine team here, okay? And I feel like you're super tapped in, and you're focusing on the internal. And, you've been focusing on the internal, but I think it's okay to, like, come out of that meditative state all the time and enjoy life and have a little fun, right? You're definitely calling back your power here. Notice he's like holding this power here, all right? And things are changing for you, all right? You're like repossessing and re-owning who you are, like coming back into that like power state, understanding A lot of times when you go through an awakening, if you've gone through an awakening, there are little bits and pieces about you, that really were always you, that sometimes we lose sight of because of the seriousness of an awakening. Yeah. I also feel like some of you are learning just how powerful you are right now. I feel like things are kind of showing up for you, and you're like, damn, I totally did that. Like, my brain did that. Thank you, God. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. I think that's happening. All right, messages for pile 2, please. This will be our last deck, and then we'll wrap it up, okay? Got that in pile 1, too. You're really working with the universe here. Yeah, you are. This is perfect. This is just confirming. This is the Justice card, but look how relaxed she is and how happy she is. And just, you know, this card, there is no stress, there is no doubt, there is no fear. It's just, you know what? I'm a boss ass bitch or a boss ass dude, and like, like, look at me. I'm happy. I have nice things. I have a wonderful heart. I am doing good things in the world. I got sexy ass shoes and a nice ass dress, and you know what I'm saying? Like, this chair is really comfortable that I'm sitting in. Like, I got heat in my house. I got food in my fridge. Like, you're stepping into this time, pile 2, where, yeah, look, I feel like there's a fire that's being relit in you. This is a very passionate fire. It's like you're regaining this extra power within you, and that power is just happiness. You've done a lot of healing. You've done a lot of like purging, a lot of you know, all of that. And as you're stepping into this new cycle and this rebirth and this, you know, it's time to remember those little tiny bits and pieces about you. And it's also time to recognize, like, I don't have to strive all the time. I don't have to push myself all the time. Healing and being the best version of myself is not something that I need to be like, you know, we're not in a race. We're not in anything like that. It's just, the best thing for me is to be happy and to be present. And in those moments is where now I'm at a state of consciousness where I can recognize the lessons and the blessings and be grateful for both. And I can be happy no matter what. Oh, pile 2, what a beautiful message. I love that. Yes. This has been something that you've been working towards for quite a while. This isn't an overnight thing, right? Where you are now in your life, it's not, right? No, this took a while, like a year or 2 or 3 or 4. But you're here. You have arrived. Whether you realize it or not. And you're just going to keep growing. And you're just going to keep evolving. And you're just life is just going to keep getting better and better. So I'm asking you, please be happy. Don't be so serious. Have fun. There's enough time to accomplish everything if you just stay in the present moment and allow your inner child and your higher self to guide you. Okay. All right, pile 2. That's what I have for you. Thank you so much for being here, for all the likes, shares, and subscribe. And we'll see you next time.